Continuing with the unit on planning, in today's video we will look at the nature of planning. Planning is basically a managerial function, and the task of a manager becomes easy when he plans and then begins to execute his plans. When a manager knows what objectives he has to attain, then he can plan for it, and then after planning he can take up the other activities like organizing, directing, controlling, communicating, other things. So first activity that he begins with after knowing his objectives and goals is planning, and this is a function which lays down the roadmap for him, and it helps him to allocate the resources, to decide which person is going to do which work, what he is going to do, how it has to be done, when it has to be done. So all the questions, the answer for it is prepared in advance, and this task is usually the primary function of the manager. So any person who manages people, for him this becomes a primary task, and it is his primary managerial function. Another aspect of planning is it is always goal oriented. Without goal there cannot be planning, because when you are planning, you are planning to achieve something, and there cannot be a plan where you do not want to achieve anything. There will be some specific particular aspect that you want to achieve, and therefore planning is always goal oriented. That is, you know what you want to achieve or where you want to reach after a particular period of time, what has to be done, and therefore it is said that planning is goal oriented. This is another important feature of planning. Planning is seen everywhere, whether it is business or personal life, or whether it is government, whether it is sports, you name any area, wherever people are working to achieve any objective, there you will find that before they begin to act, before they do anything, they will think about how to do it, how best to do it, what is the way by which I can attain the objective or the goals, how can I put the minimum effort to reach my goals, how can I put the minimum effort required to do the things in the minimum time, using the minimum number of people. So basically you want to save the resources also, and planning helps in that also. So therefore we say that planning is all pervasive, that is, it is applicable in all the activities in every sphere of social life. So whether it is science or technology, whether it is politics, whether it is running a business, everywhere planning is seen. So without plan, almost no activity happens. So whenever you are doing anything, you think the planning duration may be small, it may be long, that is a different thing. For a nation, planning for 5 years, etc., the 5-year plans, etc., you have studied those things. For a nation that is required. Okay, but even if it is as small as drinking a cup of tea, you will probably plan, where should I drink that tea? Should I wait for some time, or should I go when the rush is there? So even small activities you will be planning. So it is all pervasive. Then another aspect is it is a continuous activity. There is no end for planning. Okay, because life and business, they keep on moving, they keep on going ahead, and always you will be setting goals, and one goal after the other is the journey of life, is the journey of business. Okay, so success is also a continuous process where you attain goals, set new goals, go after the new goals, and that requires continuous planning, and you cannot stop your planning, because the end of planning means the end of further journey. So whatever you are going to do, you would be thinking about it, and therefore planning is a continuous process. You attain a goal, you set new goals, and then you plan how to attain the new goals. So achieving the goals, or you may achieve, you may not achieve, that is another aspect. But if you are attaining the goals, you will try to analyze whether my plan was good or not. If you fail, then you will still once again analyze it, try to find out where there was a mistake, and then make a better plan and reach your goals with the next effort. Then it is an intellectual process. That is, intellectual means basically a thinking process where your mind is involved. Okay, very little physical effort is involved in planning. At the most, what physical effort is required is you are required to go to a particular place, sit in the office, or maybe note down what you are thinking. Apart from that, most of the activity is thinking. You may require to get some data, you have to go through data information, you may require making phone calls or searching for information, speaking to people, all those things to get the information that is necessary to plan. So that is the only physical activity that you will be doing, but most of the activity happens in your mind. That is, you think, you think, you think, you take the information, you chew up on the information, you, we say in Kannada, melak hakodu. So you analyze it, you keep it in your mind, you relate it with other aspects, and then you come to certain conclusions. Okay, this is the situation and this needs to be done. So it is a mind which is thinking, and that thinking is the planning. Okay, the next aspect or the next important feature of planning is always futuristic. That is, it looks towards the future. It is never going to look at the past, it will only look at the future. It takes inputs from the past. Okay, planning will always take the input from the past so that you can do the required things in the future so that you can reach the desired goal. So it will always look at the future. Whatever has happened in the past, analyzing that will only help you in planning. That is analysis, that is not planning. Planning is only for the future. Okay, and then another important aspect, and probably the most difficult one and the most challenging one, is decision making. Planning involves decision making. Okay, there will be several options that will be available to you when you are planning, and you have to choose one of those decisions, one of those options. So there you will be required to make a decision. Say for example, just last year you have completed your 12th, that is PUC, and thereafter you had a choice of pursuing several courses. Some of you might have thought of BCom, some of you might have thought of BBM, some of you might have thought of BE, some of you might have thought of multiple courses. And then after evaluating all these, considering your future aspirations, goals, ambitions, you would have chosen one course. You decided, yes, I will go for BBM. And similarly, when choosing the college also, you analyzed the different colleges that are there, different options that are there before you, and then finally you chose Vivekananda Institute of Management. So you decided that I will go to this college. Okay, so this way any plan involves certain decision making, and then that decision making is implemented. You came here, came to the college, took the prospectus, paid the fees and took admission. That is the next further part. But before doing that, you also decided, okay, let me go to Vivekananda Institute of Management. That is also a plan. Similarly, in all the activities, whether it is sports, whether it is business, whether it is politics, whether it is science technology, whether it is space technology, everywhere planning is there. Everywhere it is a managerial function, because somebody is there who is above you, who plans and tells you what you have to do. You, if you are once again a manager, that is, if you are managing people, once again you would further plan and then inform them what they have to do. So plans come from the top. The top level plans are usually known as strategic plans. Then at the middle level they are known as the tactical plans, and at the operational level they are known as the operational plan. We look at that in the further videos, but for now the nature of planning or the features of planning, that is